Hey guys, you're watching Z1 and Only. My name is AJ, and we are back on a tutorial. It's a XP grinder, zombie XP grinder. I very recently built one in my Let's Play world, and in fact, we are on the same seed as my Let's Play world. We're not in the same world. I'm not in creative mode on my Let's Play world, obviously, but I loaded up the same seed, so I knew exactly where the spawner was, and we could build it exactly the same, or pretty much exactly the same, and yeah, so basically, I've been AFK here. Accidentally, I went and had a look at our dogs. I looked after our dogs for a couple of minutes, and I left my Xbox going. So I reckon we've got quite a few zombies backed up here. So the Xbox might, in fact, freeze if we've got so many of them. So let's open up the filter. Now we close the filter. We've got a load of zombies. Yeah, there's loads in there. And then we hit the burn button. So we burn it. That actually releases lava for a split second, and then draws the lava back in, and they burn, and then just about as they're going to die, another dispenser releases water out and puts them out. About now. There we go. So the pressure plate stops the water from coming out and flooding everywhere, and then we can, wow, look at all them. So they're all one punch kill, as you can see, one punch kill. But if you get a healing potion, a splash potion of healing, it'll make it a lot quicker. So, kapow! Loads of XP here. This will be going on for quite a while there. 59. I don't know how many zombie flesh I had before. We actually got an iron sword and an iron ingot out of that as well. So put the zombie flesh in here. And then I've got a chest here of some stuff that I've collected from some testing. There we go. And yeah, it all works. And then we can open up the filter again, because I'm sure there'll be a couple more there. There we go. And we can hit the burn button again. So this is very, very simple. No crusher. I didn't want to use a crusher because that involves some T flip-flops and can be a little bit complicated. So this is just done with some redstone and some repeaters, and that is it. There's nothing really special about it. We've got some dispensers. One dispenser with lava in it. One dispenser with water in it. Punch. Punch. And there we go, there's another 4. So if I head out here, I've got my enchantment table down here, I've got another portal down here, I've got some chests, and I've got a ladder up to the surface here. At the surface, I actually have like a mini setup of what the design is here. So if we get a zombie egg here, stick that in there. So basically, when we hit the button, it goes to like a crossroads. One goes straight into the dispenser, which puts the lava on. And then it comes through 2 repeaters on maximum delay and back into the dispenser to turn the lava off again. So it draws the lava out and then draws it back in again. Goes through a set of repeaters here. I think there's 32 repeaters here. But the amount of repeaters that you'll need will differ depending on the distance that you're making the zombies drop. So if the zombies are only dropping a few blocks, like a couple of blocks, then you might need 32. If they're dropping 5 or 6 blocks, then you might need 24 repeaters. So it all depends on your own personal design. But basically, once it's gone through all these repeaters, it then goes down to the other dispenser, turns the water on, then goes through 2 repeaters again on maximum delay, and turns the water off again. So let me show you with the redstone working. So lava on, lava off, goes through all the repeaters. Zombies burning away there. All the way through. And then water off. Oh, and that was a 2-punch kill there. So I needed a couple more dispensers out here. Because there was no drop. There was no drop from anywhere. When inside there's a little bit of a drop. So it was a 2-punch kill. So you just add a couple more repeaters. But anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to load up this seed again. And go and find the super spawn. I know exactly where it is, and I shall show you from scratch how to build this. So I shall be right back. Alright guys, so I've loaded up the seed again, and this is actually a surface spawn. It's not that far below the surface here, in the middle of a desert. If you're doing this in a normal spawner, you know, underground, it might be a little bit easier because you won't have to dig out quite as much, because this is sand. As soon as we sort of hit that, all the sand falls, so you'll sort of have to end up digging it all out. But basically the spawner should be right here. Yeah, there it is. Let's stick some torches around so they don't spawn, because we are on hard mode at the minute, and I expect they will be spawning in little gaps around here. But basically you're going to have to dig out an area 5 by 5 away from the spawner. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So make this into like a square around here. One more. Like that. And do it all the way around the outsides, and you will get a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 by 11 square around the spawner here. And once I've done that, I should come back and show you what the next thing is. Okay, so the area is dug out, and again, I had to dig out all of this area because we're in the desert, and if we hit a block and we started digging around, we'd start sort of losing the walls, and it would become really difficult to do. So I had to dig all this out as a sort of pre-step one, really. If you're using a surface spawn in the desert, you will have to do this. If it's a normal spawner like down below in the middle of a cave somewhere, you probably won't have to do that. You'll just have to do this step, and this step is to dig down 3 levels below the actual spawner, so 1, 2, 3, and dig out all of this, and then we shall get back to the next step. Okay, so I've patched up the holes in the walls, and I've dug out 3 down below the spawn here, and our next step is to go down another 1, but on this time we're actually going to make it 1 wider. So if we do 1 wall here together and we go along like this. Now this is just to make it easier to place the water on the next level. So dig down 1 more level and dig a block outwards like so. Okay, so we've dug out another level down, so we're now 4 blocks below the spawner and 1 block out. And our next step is to dig down 1 more. Okay, so we dig out 1 more, and then we dig out 1, 2, 3. So we're actually 2 levels behind the block here. So our normal wall goes to here, and it's 1, 2, 3. Or with our block that we sent back on the last level is 2 more back. And this will give us our distance of 8 blocks when we place the water down to the center block. So I should do this. Okay, so I've dug it out now, and the corner should look like this. So basically, whenever you look at the wall, the edge is flush with the wall in both directions, if you know what I mean. It's quite hard to describe, but if you just copy this pattern, you'll get it right. And this is for the water. So let's get the center point here. Boop. And get some buckets of water. If you're doing this in survival, in my Let's Play world, what I done was I made an infinite water spring here, and kept taking buckets from the middle and placing them around the outside and going back, and then placing another one 2 blocks away, like so. This does take a little bit of work on survival, as the water does push you a fair bit, but that's why we sort of dug 1 block back on that level, on the level where my head is, so it makes it easier to place the water. You can sort of get back there a little bit easier. But as soon as I'm in creative, I can just sort of spam the water. And as you can see, the water is now pointing all the time, no matter where you are, it points towards the hole. Even at the diagonals here, it's pointing us towards the holes. And that's what we want, because we don't want any zombies going into a place where they're not actually going to get farmed. Ooh. Weird water glitch there. Swim! Swim! If you're doing this in survival, I would recommend lighting up a little bit better than what I have. I've just got some torches around the or I've got 1 torch, in fact 2 torches on the spawner, but what I've done in my Let's Play is I put some torches around here just while building, because when it gets to night time you might find a couple of zombies spawn down here. This will just sort of keep it a little bit more safe. Block up over our infinite water spring. There we go. And now all the water comes to the middle, but doesn't go down the middle, it just pushes the zombies down there. So our next step is to go 1, 2, 3 blocks down and dig out there. So this will be where our piston for the filter will be, or the block for the filter will be. So dig out another one there, and then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and then dig out here. And this is going to be where the zombies are. So now what we're going to do is we're going to dig out a little area here, so where we can actually start building some stuff, doing the redstone and making it sort of look nice. So I should be right back. Okay, and I'm back, and I've dug out behind the channel here and a bit to the side. Maybe could even be a little bit too much, but rather have too much than have to cut away again and dig out more, I hope. So let's get our filter done. The filter's the easiest part. You are going to need one sticky piston for this. On my survival world I didn't have a sticky piston, and I had to use just a piece of dirt there in the end. But we can use a sticky piston while we're in creative bit. So we put the sticky piston down, then we put a block. We're just going to use white wool so to sort of let us know that it moves. Put a lever on here, and now we've got our filter. And the filter's here for when we're burning them. When we're burning them and they're dying, we don't want new zombies coming in, because they're not going to be burning at the same rate. They're not going to be taking exactly the same damage, and it makes it a little bit awkward. So when we're burning them, we have the filter closed, and then you can have the filter open any other time, really. It doesn't really matter. I just always have my filter closed, and then I can open them up and close them when I want. So that's step one done. Step two now is to get the dispensers in. So our dispensers are going to go at this level. So if you hop on the block, and it'll be at head level, one here and one here. So let's get our dispensers. 1, 2. And our button, we'll get a button out. Our button will probably go, where are we thinking? Probably go here. Yeah, that sounds good. Sounds good to me. So let's grab some redstone here. We should just need some redstone and some repeaters. And a block. Let's get some stone. There we go. Now, if we have the button here, this will actually activate the dispenser. Chick! Heard it go off. But we need this to go off twice. So we actually need another lead going into this dispenser again to turn it off from the same button. And we can do this using 2 repeaters. If we use 1 repeater, it'll actually tick 3 times. See, you hear that tick 3 times? And if you tick 3 times and you've got lava in there, it's going to put the lava out, then draw the lava back in, but then put the lava back out again. So look, 1, 2, 3. But instead, if we put 2 repeaters here, like that, now when we do it, we only get the 2 ticks. So we get the on and then the off. So now we can do the same around the other side and get this all set up. 1, 2, 1. 1 lead come out. And 1 lead come down here. And we can get 2 repeaters in here again. Let's do it here and here. 1, 2. Both on maximum delay. And now when the lead gets to here, when the signal gets to here, the water one will tick twice as well. So now it all depends on what, how far down the drop is. If you've done the drop exactly the same as mine, you should need, what is it, 32 repeaters? I can't remember exactly what it was. We'll find out in a minute. But what we do now is, while we're out here, we'll knock these torches out and we'll block off the top here. So put a roof on. The roof is just going to be 1 level above the spawner, like so. Just 1 level above it, and then they won't spawn above this level. They will just spawn below it, and they'll fall into the water. The reason why I'm using dispensers on this instead of the generic, either the crusher, the piston crusher, or most people use for like zombie spawners, they use a water system, and the zombies spawn, and the water lift takes them up to a certain height, and then drops the zombies out. And the full damage that they get from it, like the Enderman spawner I done, the Enderman XP farm I done, actually leaves them with 1 or half a heart remaining, or whatever it is, so they're a 1-punch kill from full damage. I like that design, but I like to put my own little spin on things, and I think using dispensers is a really cool little idea. Get down, quick, close the filter. Whew, that was close. So yeah, we can now do the repeaters here. So we're going to come off this lead here. And we're going to get some repeaters down. Now, if we have the wall along here, we can have the redstone leads coming down here. So we're going to have 1, 2, all on maximum delay, all of these are, guys. 3, 4, 5, redstone. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. The reason why I went one further here is so the redstone doesn't link up. We don't want the redstone to link up. Make sure the redstone don't link up anywhere. So that's 25. What we're going to do, in fact, if we put another one here, 26, so it doesn't hook up with that redstone, we're actually going to leave it at 26 just to see how far the zombies are away. So there's a bit of trial and error in this. Oh, let's get some glass so they don't come down and escape. Okay, so there's some zombies in here. If we hit this, oh, we need the need the buckets in there first. Bucket of lava, bucket of water, and a pressure plate on the floor. Remember that, guys, otherwise the water will come out and flood everywhere. And if you've got open redstone like this, the water's going to go around and destroy the redstone. So let's try it. Okay, so they're burning, and they're still burning. Are they going to be one punch away from death? This is so easy to be able to change, like adjust, because it's only repeaters. I think that's a 2-punch kill. 1, 2, yeah. So that's a 2-punch kill. So we need to put a couple more delays in. So that's 25, 26, 27, 28. Let's try 28. Get some more zombies. Is 28 enough time? We'll have a look. Hopefully it will be this time. If we go around the back here, we can see it working. The dispensers are going through. I didn't hear him die, so that's a good thing. There we go, and he died in a one-shot kill. We got an iron sword out of it. So this time it was 28 repeaters. It all depends on how you sort of got it set up and what the fall distance is that they're taking. But that works completely fine. Now we can now sort of block up this area. You can pretty it up how you want. As you can see from my original design, I had the ladder to the surface, or I had a nether portal, depending on how close you were to it. I had an enchantment table over here. But that all works. If we change this to a wooden button, we can see it a little bit better, can't we? There we go. Yeah, but that works absolutely fine. Now, leave it. Filter comes down. Got quite a few in there. Hit the button. Make sure it's consistent. Make sure that they are one punch away from death every single time. As a double check. Sounding pretty good. There's the water. 1, 2. Beautiful. Loads and loads of XP. So, yeah, you can stick some chests down if you want. Oops. Stick some chests down like I had in the last one. Have an enchantment table, have a nether portal, have it all set up, make it look really, really nice. Don't leave it like stone like this. It looks awful. You want to make it look really, really professional. Really, really cool looking. But it works. It's a sort of unique little design. I don't see many XP grinders that use dispensers of lava and water to be able to soften the zombies up. But it works really, really well. So if you guys enjoyed it, hit that like button. It really does mean a lot. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and we shall see you in the next episode. So, bye!